What's going on? Your boy O Scruggs, OS Sports Podcast. Let's talk about it. First of all, hold up. Let me do something. Gotta be, set an example. Gotta be more responsible. You know what I mean? Throw this joint on. Yeah, this the talk of the town. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have sports to talk about on the sports podcast. That's what's crazy. I did this podcast for it to be a podcast primarily about sports. When I took it to YouTube about not even a year ago yet. And it's like, I think this last year has been so much real stuff going on in the world that sports is taking a back seat. I can't really think of any huge sport event or something that was directly like during the game that was really that big of a story over the last year. But everything that's going on in the world, I think it's just been a bigger story with Trump being president to even coronavirus. But even before coronavirus, we just came off losing Kobe tragically. So I don't know, it's the world got a crazy energy right now. I'm not sure how many people feel that. I'm not, talking to people, social media. You see people like, some people in that same zone, like, yo, something going on with the world. You know what I mean? And then other people, they think it's just another day, just some inconvenience they got to deal with. But I'm not going to do this video too long. Just a few things I want to get into. So first, let me preface this by saying, I know it's going to be people saying, doing conspiracy theories now. So I don't care though. I'm just giving my opinion. I already know I'm going to get that. So that's why I just want to discuss a few things really as far as what's going on in the world. And I guess coronavirus to be more COVID-19. So anyway, first thing, it's a lot of discussion about 5G. Everybody's saying, is this a distraction for them to put up the 5G towers? Is the 5G towers causing people to get sick? The radiation, the radio waves, the frequencies, whatever. So I do believe all that is possible with 5G. It can, even before 5G, just, with certain signals that get shot from satellites all over that you might not directly feel, but they do have some type of effect on you depending on, I guess, where you at, your location, how much are you on your phone, with your phone actually to you, whatever. So 5G is a thing, but I don't think it's a distraction for Corona. I don't feel that. So that's not to say it's not an issue. I just don't think it's the issue of it's being done on purpose so they can put the 5G towers. I think any issue with 5G is just going to be, a continuum of what's been going on as far as, microwaves or any type of radio waves might be doing to us. So I think, yeah, it's an issue, but two different subjects. I will say this about coronavirus. I think it's a good chance that this was man-made, that this maybe was created in a lab or something. I really feel like that's possible. And I'll give you two theories on that, on how I think that if it is that, the way it might have transpired to this point. One, I would say that this was some doctor, some scientist, whatever, and they came up with this, and they purposely put it out there to like maybe one person or two people just to see what it would do to them, like it's a little experiment, and they got out of control and started spreading, even more than whoever this person or team of people even imagined, like, oh, it's out of control, we didn't expect this. It's one theory I have. The next theory would be that they put it out there and they were hoping this would happen. They were confident this would happen. And, it was a, evil plan to, try to destroy the world, at least alter the world, in a negative manner. So I actually think it would be more the first one with something maybe somebody developed and came up with and it got out of control. They didn't expect it to go this far. So we don't know. Now here's the other thing. And I know I'm gonna have people saying, "Oh, tripping, oh, doing conspiracy theories." It's none of that. So even way before anything with Corona, I've always been somebody that was fascinated with aliens, extraterrestrial, the universe, things like that. And all right, I know you're gonna be like, you sound crazy, yo, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm just giving what's going on in my head. I think it's possible that aliens, extraterrestrials, put this coronavirus out here. They put it on Earth, and we are being watched, and they are seeing how we handle it. Almost like we do as scientists with guinea pigs and rats and ants. You know, we put them in some type of project. We impose our will on them. We add factors to this project to see how it will, affect this species. That's how how they come up with medicines and things like that. They test them on animals, whatever. So I think it is possible that Corona, I'm not saying it's starting with Corona. I'm saying this may have been going on forever. Different things we've gotten, on this planet. And I think it is possible that maybe this is extraterrestrial and it was put here on Earth. And we're kind of, they're experimenting. They're watching us. And if you looked at some of my previous 2 videos, I believe, I show you this image that's been in the sky here. This purple image that's just hovering in the sky. There's no light shooting up, causing it. There's no light above it coming down. It's just there. And it's like a glowing purple object. It just sits there. Like, I'm getting creeped out just talking about it. I'm being dead serious. I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? Because I first seen it, like I said, when right after Kobe passed, ironically, and I thought it was a tribute or something. But now I'm seeing it still. So what is it? Now somebody did tell me it could be the moon, because, and I do understand. Like I said, I'm into the universe. I understand. We had a pink moon recently, but the thing that made me apprehensive about it being the moon was one night I saw it out my back window where my bedroom is. I went out to the living room, which is on the other side of the street. And when I looked out, I saw the moon. So I know that, at least for that night, I know that wasn't the moon I was seeing, because I literally saw it back there. Then I went up front and I looked up front and the moon was out there. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe it is, but at least for that night, I know it wasn't. Just saying. So yeah, that's another theory I have. Now, I know y'all like this. Oh, crazy. Go back to talking about the Eagles. I got you. Another theory I have is COVID-19, Corona, is the alien. Like, the disease that's going in us, that is the alien. Like, I think when people think of extraterrestrials and aliens, they always think of the movies. Oh, it's going to be some goblin or some tall thing with a big head and take me to, what I mean? But extraterrestrial, life forces, that's basically how humans started. We started as, energy and atoms, and then over time, see, even talking about the stuff got me freaked out. Every noise, I'm like, hold up, what's that? But so who's to say that this can't be a alien life form that's here? It doesn't have to be a huge, massive thing. It could be something that's like Corona, something we can't see unless you have a microscope. So that's another theory I have. And look, y'all can call me crazy. I ain't saying any of this stuff is fact. I'm not saying I have any hard evidence. I'm just somebody that I think outside the box. And I'm not one of these people like, oh, you can't trust the government. Like, for the most part, I mean, trust the government for it being the government is different than trusting, like, it's a system, basically. I trust the government to do what the government is going to do, put it that way. But I don't think this is no sinister plot by the government to overthrow us. I just think they handled it poorly. In America, at least, very arrogant. We should have been on top of this a lot sooner. I mean, I guess maybe the whole world, but I don't think anybody anticipated that it was going to spread like this. Like, this is insane. This is insane. I don't think nobody could have anticipated, it coming out like this. So, but either way, we still should have acting more swiftly, expeditiously, as T.I. would say. Now, I will say this also. A lot of people, like I said, are skeptical. And a lot of people are skeptical. And they think this is just being way overblown. Not even necessarily for, not even necessarily for some sinister plot. It's just being overblown because people are paranoid, and that's human nature. So some people are like, oh, it ain't that deep, it ain't that serious. All these numbers, they exaggerating the numbers to keep people scared. I don't think it's that. To say that it may be overcautious, possibly. But when human lives are at risk, wouldn't you rather be overcautious? You know what I mean? Isn't that the best option? Like, worst case scenario, you wasted, some time and some money, but at least you made sure people were healthy and alive. So, I don't know. I don't think it is possible that it's being overblown, but at the same time, I don't think so. I believe the numbers. I believe it's as serious as they're saying it is. But if you don't believe it, now this is my only thing. I believe everybody has a right to feel how they want to feel, have their own belief. But my thing with this one is why it's better to be overcautious is because just in case they are right, this affect you, affect me, I affect the next person. We all, people you never even met, you'll never meet in your life, you'll never see, you might affect them. And take it even closer. Would you want to risk giving this to your grandma? Giving this to your child, your girl? You know what I mean? So why not be overly cautious, just in case? Like, the only thing you have to lose is time. But your health should be worth, losing time. That's just me. So even if you think it's overblown, don't be selfish. Put your mask on. I got a lot of these. I jumped on these early because that's another thing I'm going to talk about real quick too. From I won't go into detail, but I'm around a lot of people in the Asian community often. So even when America was kind of like, I'm talking about going back to January, like early January too, maybe mid-January, before it was even like being reported here, just being around a lot of Chinese people often, talking to them, I knew about it being serious in China ahead of time because a lot of, all of them got family over there, all of them are from there, not all of them from there, but a lot of them are. So just talking to them, I knew how serious it was in China, going back to like mid-January, but not expecting it to make it over here. And, maybe I was sheep because when Trump said back in, what was that, I think February, oh, it's not going to be that bad. I think we all wanted to believe that because that's the best case scenario. We all was like, all right, cool, I ain't be that bad. Then it came back and it's like, uh-oh, nah, it's that bad. It's that bad. So stop being selfish. Wear your mask. Please wear your mask. And wash your hands. Keep your hands washed. And I'm also noticing if you got gloves, don't bring the gloves home, put them down, then wear the gloves back out again. You bringing the virus in the house with you and taking it back out. them gloves should be thrown away as soon as you get home. Throw them away outside in the outside trash bin. Don't even bring them back in your home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wash your hands. Even what I do is I gotta, the spray Lysol. When I come in, I spray my jacket down, my sneakers, spray them down, leave them in the hallway. I don't even bring my sneakers in my room no more. Spray them down, put them in the hallway. So yeah, but don't be selfish. Please, let us all work together. Wear your mask. If you don't have a mask like this, you can make one. Get an old T-shirt, rip it. I'm not a seamstress. I don't know how to do this, but I'm saying you should be able to get a mask at this point. Early in this, yeah, it was as short as a mask, but now you should be able to get a mask or make one yourself. It's a lot of YouTube videos. I don't know how to do it, but it's a lot of YouTube videos that can show you, and I know people that have been making their own. But I grabbed a bunch of these. Yeah, and I'm show you my other one real quick. This is my other one that I actually got in Puerto Rico. Oh, Yeah, on the dirt bike. When you doing the dirt bike, John, you gotta get this because the hold up. Yeah, so the cause the dirt be all in your eyes if you don't. So I be rocking this joint too. I mean, got my little like I'm in a bike again. Now normally, ain't no black man gonna feel comfortable walking around like this. You know what I mean, look at this shit. It's crazy. But with this whole Corona thing, yeah, I've been throwing this joint on. So like I'm saying, you don't necessarily gotta be the like the dental mask. If you got like a mask like this or a scarf or something, throw that joint on. And this one I like because I like this one you got to put on and off your ears. But I kind of like this one because I can just put it on my neck and just chill. You know what I mean? Then when I'm ready to throw the joint back up. But it's all work together. And the last thing I'm gonna say, what have you been doing with your time? Because even if you're working from home, you still got a lot of downtime. You ain't going nowhere. So, what have you been doing to pass the time? And are you exercising? Make sure you check out my video about my shadow boxing I did a few weeks ago. Great exercise shadow boxing. Something you could do at home. You know what I mean? But what are you doing to fill your time? Me, one thing I've been doing, speaking of Puerto Rico, I bought this little guitar in Puerto Rico. You see that? Call this my Prince guitar. You know what I mean? But this guitar just been sitting here since I got back. I went there in November, and it's just been sitting in my room doing nothing. And then once this quarantine started, I was like, let me pick up the guitar. So I don't know how to play the guitar. I'm basically teaching myself, but been grooving a little bit. Tell me if y'all can figure out this song. Hold up. Tell me if y'all can figure this out. Let me see. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I don't know what I'm doing. I freestyled that. I couldn't remember how to play the song. I was learning all day. Next time. But anyway, like I said, just to wrap everything up, I don't think it's 5G. I do think it's possible that this was man-made and it was something that was supposed to be small and got out of control, or maybe some scientists or whatever got together and really was smart enough to like really mess up the earth. Yeah, like. If a man did create this, he's an evil genius. He's the definition of an evil genius. Like, this isn't even a movie. This is a real life evil genius. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't a bad, disgusting human being, he would win like a Pulitzer Prize or something, for his accomplishments. But my other theory, like I said, I think this may be aliens may have put this here and we did experiment. They're watching, or maybe the corona is the alien. It's the life form. That's actually the one that scares me the most, because I don't know if like human science is always going to be able to figure that one out, because that's what we basically hoping on here is common. I mean, I guess human intellect, science, and definitely spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Definitely spiritual. But either way, I said take this serious, because you never know if it is. If you don't think, I believe this is very real. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I am scared. I am nervous, but I'm not panicking. All right. I am scared. I am nervous, but I'm not panicking. Not yet, but you still gotta maintain your sanity and walk the righteous path and believe in the Most High, and and believe that it's gonna turn out, the way it's meant to. You just gotta be prepared for it, But anyway, stay safe. Please wear your mask. Please wash your hands. Please social distance 6 feet apart. Please, everybody, let's work together. Let's get through this. All right, be safe. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Your boy O Scruggs. Leave a comment. What y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know. Peace.